Hi guys, it's your favorite YouTuber again, Danny Solari, back with another one, and you're watching DS Learning Finance. Whoa! Now, today's episode is the 3 main types of services that a retail broker can provide for an investor. Want to know what a retail broker is? Want to know the services that they can provide? Keep watching. Now, a retail broker, otherwise known as a private client broker, is someone who an investor will go to day to day on just to make bids for to sell their stocks. It's the middleman who connects you, the investor, to another investor who's interested in your stocks, or vice versa. You may be interested in purchasing their stocks. The retail broker is the middleman. Now, it's important to know that a retail broker doesn't have to be someone who you're in contact with face to face. It can be someone on the telephone. 9 times out of 10 is someone on the internet, because when you set up a brokerage account, it tends to be via the internet. So you get the brokers, wherever they may be in the world, you get them to do the bidding and the selling of your stocks via the internet. So you may not directly be in contact with them in terms of telephone speaking to them, see them face to face, but nonetheless, you obviously give them the instructions in terms of making bids for you and selling your stocks for you. Now I'm going to go through the 3 main services in which brokers provide for their investors, private client brokers in particular, aka retail brokers. First main method is execution only method. This is where your broker is effectively your puppet. So you control the broker, you tell him where to go in terms of what shares you want to buy, what shares you want to sell, how many, and so on. You are in complete control. Normally, these sort of execution-only brokers provide a service which tends to range from £8 to £20. It's put to know 90% of investors tend to be execution-only. Now, the second type of service that a broker can provide is your advisory service. This is where the broker advises you on potential opportunities to invest in. Now, this is a sort of lukewarm approach in the sense of it's right in the middle. So it's not execution method and it's not the fully complete control method. It's somewhere in the middle. It's a fine line, but ultimately the investor cannot invest without your consent. So even if they feel like 125 million gajillion percent that it's going to be a successful investment, until they get your approval, then they cannot invest your money in it. It's advice only. Now, because they're offering this extra service, i.e. they're giving you their opinion, their up-to-date opinion on the market, on your investments, they will therefore charge you for a fee on that. So 9 times out of 10, it will fluctuate from £20 to £50. This is much greater as opposed to the execution method, quite rightfully. But the reason why investors go for the advice-only service is because 9 times out of 10, the broker's going to be in the market. That's what they're doing on a daily basis. If you're an investor, you might have a full-time job doing something else. You might not have the time to be up to date with the market. You just might not be bothered. So investor relies on the fact that the broker has constant up-to-date knowledge on what's going on with the market in terms of investments, what's going on in terms of the stocks that they've got an eye on, and the investor is trying to capitalize on that advice. Now, the third and final service that a broker can provide is the discretionary service. This is where the broker does not need your approval to make a transaction. You could be all the way in Hawaii on a holiday and they could be investing your money for you without consenting you, without getting your approval, without getting your advice, your opinion on a certain stock. They invest your money for you on your behalf in total control of your money. That's discretionary only. It's only when the transaction is done that the client is notified of what the broker is basically invested in. This gives a perfect advantage over advisory service because majority of the time, the reason why brokers can get quite frustrated with that sort of service is because of the fact that when opportunities come so spontaneously, so it's hard to predict when a great opportunity will come, and therefore it's hard to time perfectly the opportunity window, which may be open for a small period of time, and getting the investors' approval. So with a discretionary service, you don't have to wait for investors' approval. As a broker, you can make investments based on the opportunity. So you may have just like a split, I don't know, hour to invest in a particular stock because it's got a good chance of making a good flip over, a good profit, and you don't have to wait for the investors' approval. You can do it based on the fact that you know this has got a good chance, and that's why most people like the discretionary service over the advisory service, because there's no lag time upon which you have to wait for the investors' approval, and the opportunity could literally miss you by. With this said, most discretionary service charge a premium, guys, a premium. 9 times out of 10, you'll find that they either offer huge amount of fees or huge amount of rates in terms of interest rates based on how successful your portfolio is. I know majority of the discretionary service that brokers provide require a minimum of £50,000. So yeah, if you're not a baller, shot caller, then you guys obviously start from the bottom and work your way up. And my take on it is this: no one knows your financial situation better than, guess, yourself. I personally will not be using the advisory service or the discretionary service, but more so the discretionary service than anything else, because no one knows my money better than me. No one knows my financial situation. No one knows my goals better than myself. So why am I giving it to someone else to invest for? I feel like a lot of people use the discretionary service and the advisory service because their naivety, because of their laziness, because of their lack of experience in the investing market, and people use that as a sort of cheat route. Not to say that everyone uses it for those purposes, but there are a lot of people that do use it for that purpose, and that's completely the reason why I will not be using that brokerage service. I'll be using the execution only service because no one knows my money better than myself. I feel like the advisory and the discretionary service is suitable for people who are really wealthy and the people who may not have particular time to invest. Now, it's crucial that you guys know, if you are to take up the advisory and the discretionary service, you want to go for a strategy where the broker will be taking a percentage of your revenue more than the broker will be charging you commission fees. The reason being is because churning is basically where a broker fools an investor to invest into a opportunity, not because of the fact that there's a good likeliness that the investment will turn into a profit, but more so because of the fact that they will make money off the commission fees. So you can have investors being fooled by their brokers to invest in 10 different stocks which have completely zero chance of even making a profit on, but nonetheless make the broker richer because you made 10 different investments, and therefore you made 10 different commission fees that you have to pay the broker with. So that's what churning is. You want to avoid that, guys. You want to go for strategies where you have a plan set out that the broker will make money off of your revenue, off of your return, as opposed to off of commission fees. So you want to lean more to the return rates, the return interest rates on that they charge you for, because that gives the broker a good incentive to make you richer, because when they make you richer, they make themselves richer, as opposed to commission fees, which completely misses you out the way and just goes straight to them. So yeah, you want to go for those sort of plans where the broker gets has more financial benefit from making you a better return as opposed to commission fees. Remember that, guys, in order to receive, you need to give. And as a result, guys, that's the end of my video. But before you can leave, you know what to do. You know what to do. Subscribe, and you definitely know what to do. Share. Dami Solari, guys, DS Learning Finance. Bye.
I choke you down just like